All right, we started using this book. Talk about mean, median, mode, and range. You should have already made a foldable. We're going to go over some of the problems, just the first few problems. Problem number 1 says use the table at the right. It shows the longest recorded lifespan in years of several animals. Find the range, the median, and mode of the data. Then use a calculator to find the mean of the data. So let's go through this. I already took the information from the chart and I wrote it on the board. When I'm dealing with data like this, mean, median, mode, and range, I always put them in order from least to greatest to start with because it makes my life easier. And I'm all about easy. Range, let's start with range. Range is easy. Find the range. We just have to do 152. That's the largest number. Subtract the smallest number, which is 10. So my range is 142. 142. The median. Now let's do mode next. Mode's the next easiest. We find the number that appears the most is what mode is. 1, 2, 3. 70 appears 3 times. Therefore, i.e., none of the others. 70 appears more than any of the others. 50 only appears twice. 62 only twice. 18 twice. So the mode is 70 because it appears 3 times. The median. Now, watching some of you work this out on your paper, you were just lazy and looking at it, and I don't understand how to do it! Which actually is very easy. I cross off the largest, then the smallest. The next largest, the next smallest. The next largest, the next smallest. And I'm going to keep going until I get to the number in the middle. Now, there may very well be 2 numbers in the middle. In this case, there's not. There's 1 number in the middle. The 1 number in the middle is 50. Therefore, our median is 50. Our mean. We would add all of these numbers up to find our mean. Luckily, it said you can use your calculator. I know most of you use your phone, but it has a calculator on it, so it's all good. It's all good. And when you added those together, they added up to 1,060. So the mean is 1,060, and there were 19 numbers on this chart. Go! So you divided that by 19, and your mean would equal 55 point, not a bunch of numbers, so it was 55.78. I just stopped in the hundredths place. So that would be numbers 1 on your textbook from the Passport to Mathematics textbook. Yes, ma'am.
We want Tuesday and Thursday, but I'm putting in the notes for the next one.
Okay. That works for me. All right, let's look at the second one. Tilt this up a little bit here. Second problem. In exercises 2 through 4, decide whether the statement is true or false. If false, explain why. Number 1, it takes the median and mean of this set of data is 21. So here's our set of data. Our set of data is 21, 27, 27, 27, 29, and 31. And again, the question asks, and it's true or false, if the median and the mean are 27. Well, I can find the median real quick. I find the one in the middle. And there are 2 in the middle. If I added those 2 together, if you find 2 numbers in the middle, if you add those 2 together, that's going to equal 54. You divide that by 2, and it's going to be 27. Basically, you're finding the mean of the two in the middle. So anytime you have two numbers in the middle, you add those two together, divide it by 2, and that'll give you your median. So far it's true. Second part, we have to find the mean, which means we'd add all of these numbers up, and these 6 numbers add up to 162. We divide that by 6, and so this is the mean. This is the median. We divide that by 6, and it also equals 27. So for problem number 2, it is true. True. Not false. True. So that was problem number 2. Let's look at 3. Problem 3 says the mode of the data. The mode of the data is 11. Well, let's see what our data is. Our data is 5, 7, 11, 18, 21. And we want to know if the mode is 11. Well, looking at these numbers, does 11 appear more than every other number on here? No, it doesn't. They all appear once. So that statement is false. And that means there is no mode. No mode, zero mode, zip mode. So if there is nothing that appears more than everything else, it is no mode. Now, a set of data can have more than one mode. It could have, if we had data that had 17, 17, 31, 31, and 43, our mode in this case would be both 17 and 31. So you can have no mode, or you can have more than one mode. But in this case, this problem is false because there is no mode, because they all appear at the same amount of time. And you'll notice when you did this problem, it says explain if it's false. So hopefully on your paper you've explained. If not, when you go over this, you'll go back and make sure you explain it. Number 6. Number 6, here's our data. Or number 4, sorry. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the true or false part asks, the median of the data set is 7. So we want to find out if the median is 7. Okay, so we want to find out if the median is 7. Well, let's check. Well, there are two numbers in the middle. If there are two numbers that are directly in the middle, you add those two numbers up and divide that by 2. And so our median is actually halfway between 6 and 7. So our median would be 6 5/10. Or you could write 6 1/2. I would accept either one. Because if we did 13 divided by 2, you're going to go, oh my goodness, there's going to be a remainder. And I'm going to say, no, there's not. Because you had a decimal point 0. Bring down that 0. And it's going to be 5/10. Boom. Shakalaka. And the last one I'm doing right now is going to be problem number 5. And let me write down the data for problem 5. We have 36, 38, 42, 42, 45, 45, 45, 48, 48. How much more room do I have there? 48, 48. Let's go down here. 54, 54, 60, 66, 72. Okay, and we need to find the median and the mode for this. The median and the mode is what it asks for 5 through 7. We're only doing 5 right now. So 5 through 7, we're finding the median and the mode. Well, like I said, mode's always easiest. And I look through here, 45 shows up 3 times. So 45 is the only one that shows up 3 times. So my mode equals 45. The median. Start crossing off. I start crossing this way. You start crossing that way. We meet in the middle. Our 2 numbers in the middle are 45 and 48. So we're going to have 45 plus 48 divided by 2. And 45 plus 48 is 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, carry the 1, is 93. We divide 93 by 2. It goes in 4, 8, subtract 1, 3, so 6 times 2 is 12. Oh, we're going to have a remainder. No, we're not going to have a remainder. We put our decimal point down. Add a 0. So it's 46 and 5/10. So our median is 46 and 5/10. You're always going to know it's going to be halfway between the 2 numbers in the middle. Halfway between the 2 numbers in the middle. If there are 2 numbers in the middle, it's going to be halfway between those. If the 2 numbers in the middle are the same, then it's just going to be that same thing. All right, so that was page 238 from our Passport to Mathematics book. Problems 1 through 5. We'll go over some more of them at a later time. Peace out. God bless. Love y'all. Boom shakalaka.